What's poppin', y'all? It looks like Cardi just can't keep burning bridges. But I guess when you're at the top of the game, instead of burning bridges, it makes sense to build fortresses. If the bridges go down, then people ain't got a way to reach you, and the king can stay in the king's place. But is he really king when compared to the success of Tyler, the Creator's career? Tyler, the Creator and Playboi Carti have had a long-standing relationship. I don't know when it started, but I would say that, well, one of their recent, quote-unquote, recent collaborations was when he was on Chromacopia. And the reason why I say recent in quotations is because he was a feature on Chromacopia, but it wasn't released officially. So on the streaming services, that version of the album doesn't have a Cardi verse. However, they had already pressed the vinyls for the original Chromacopia, which was Tyler, the Creator's last album, and he was on there. So people that bought the vinyl found his verse. And then there was this account, this Twitter user going around called No NDA Network, which has been clapped as an account. It's gone. But he was saying Cardi sent Tyler a cease and desist for Chromacopia vinyl, including his verse. He threatened to sue Tyler and many others like Offset. And he's like, your days are numbered, Jordan Carter. We don't know if this account has said many things, but this is true from what I've gathered as well. And unfortunately, Tyler, the Creator decided, or fortunately, Tyler, the Creator decided to clap back as a feature on the Clips song POV. He says, little feature. They threatened to sue me, tell your lawyer, set the fee. And Tyler, the Creator clears this up. Tyler, the Creator always clears things up. Usually whenever fans run with an incorrect narrative, he comes out on social media and says, oh, I didn't mean this. By the way, this isn't what I meant. Now, he's not going to say exactly what he meant in the verse because that's just, it takes away from the art. But he says, and an old friend I've made music with threatened to sue me over a feature they gave me. So y'all don't run with the narrative. And who would be threatening him to do that other than Playboi Carti? Because Playboi Carti was supposed to be on Chromacopia. He's worked with him before. I think back in 2019. Yeah, so 2019 on Earthquake, Tyler's album Eigor, from the 2019 album Eigor, he showed a lot of love to Carti. And this surprised a lot of fans. And this was a big solid that Tyler, the Creator did for Playboi Carti, because Playboi Carti was just coming up off of 2018. 2017 was self-titled, and then there was Die Lit, which is like kind of a cult classic for fans. Like I said, I hated Die Lit personally, but after Die Lit, Carti wasn't really all that. He wasn't huge, nowhere near. And especially the sound of Die Lit, that was not, let's just say Die Lit didn't have a Magnolia. That was a song that had widespread appeal that could go topping the charts. Now, it did have songs that would continue to stream well. It even had songs that I loved, to be honest, that I would listen to frequently after that. But Tyler, the Creator, during Eigor, I wouldn't say it was his peak in popularity, but I think it was peak Tyler, because Eigor was just, it was just a show. It was a marvel. He had this new character. It was a different type of music as well. It was great music. I enjoyed it personally. And he was constantly on this character. He had this briefcase going everywhere, which is, you get the briefcase with Travis Scott a little bit later. I'm not saying he copied Tyler, the Creator. It's just a briefcase. But he had this whole character, this whole world. Igor was everywhere. He had a hit on that album, which in the follow-up albums like Chromacopia, of course, it performed well, but a lot of people are saying, well, like what's going on here? And even the album before Chromacopia, I forgot which one that was. It was the one with DJ Drama, and he was all throughout it. People liked that album, but it didn't have the staying power and the splash that Eigor did. And this was a solid that he did to his audience, bringing Playboi Carti in. And I think that this relationship developed through A$AP Rocky. And Tyler, the Creator, is somebody that is not shy to confrontation. Like, he's confronted publicly, made comments about A$AP Rocky, and it's not hating comments, but people can interpret it as like, damn, this guy's a little bit aggressive with him. But with his music, and then this is the thing that people said, the reason why Tyler, the Creator, didn't have beef with Playboi Carti is because Playboi Carti performed at Camp Flog Gnaw weeks after the Chromacopia release. So people were like, oh, are there really issues if he still performed at the event? Yes, there are most certainly still be issues. An event like Camp Flog Gnaw, it takes a year to prepare, maybe even a little bit earlier. So they paid for all of these people to get booked so far in advance. And what is he going to, and there are so many other people that are involved in the business, so many people that bought tickets to see Playboi Carti. They likely already announced, they did already announce the lineup. So you don't want to get a bunch of refunds. It's a business decision. And Carti himself, he's not going to pull out because I don't think it was personal with Carti for him to remove his feature. I think Carti does that. Like he is so intent on image curation more than, I wouldn't say more than any other rapper, because Tyler the Creator is an example of somebody that's very, very focused on image curation. But like, yo, dog, what is with these cease and desists in hip hop lately? Like we got, what's his name hitting him with the cease and desist? The story of Drake allegedly hitting French Montana with the cease and desist for a song. And that's why Rick Ross, who was also on that song, mind you, says he had issues with Drake and he started making fun of his nose job that I don't even think happened. Like Drake doesn't look like he really did a nose job or a nose reduction. So there's that cease and desist, and then now there's this. But for him to actually, I think that's maybe what Tyler the Creator's upset about. He's like, dog, you had to send this instead of, you could have just hollered at me and said, don't release it. But I think the problem is when it already got pressed to the vinyls, this is where I think the cease and desist may have come, is when people started finding the version of the song, which I believe it was Thought I Was Dead was the song. I may be misremembering. And then they're like, yo, this song is getting leaked now because it was on the vinyls. So what do you expect Tyler the Creator to do here? You expect him to recall vinyls that they spent money pressing because Playboi Carti decided to change his mind last minute. And Tyler the Creator was doing a rollout so he needed to press the vinyls ahead of time to be able to ship them the same week of, so they could track, because you have to ship the vinyls the same week that you bought, that they are bought or that you release, for them to count as sales. So this has to be done ahead of time. And then Playboi Carti, obviously doing the same thing that he does. He doesn't give him a heads up like months in advance. It's probably last minute. He's like, yo, we're not going to let this release. So he changes the streaming, or he changes it before it goes up on streaming, but he can't do anything about the vinyls. And this is just where I would say this is one of the cases where rappers in particular, like Playboi Carti, just feel like they're the center of the world and everything needs to bend towards their will. Who cares who loses money because of it? Who cares whose rollout is messed up because of it? It's just about me and what I got going on and what I want my image to be, and F whatever the hell you've got going on, which is grimy, but nobody's going to do anything about it. The only thing that can harm these artists is people stop listening to them and stop going to their shows, which isn't going to happen. Like these people, there are underground artists who aren't even lit that are doing heinous things, and people are like, yeah, we still gonna listen to that music though. It's like an itch. It's like crack. They're fiends for it, and I guess they can't get it anywhere else. Well, with Cardi, it's kind of like a little bit of a universe. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Do you think Tyler's right for this? Like, how would you feel if you were Tyler and you were in this situation? Me personally, I'd feel like I got done greasy, to be honest. But that's just me, because people thought that he was dissing Ye, I think, in this. And that wasn't the case, so he had to clear it up. Or I don't know what the other theory was, but it seems like there's static between Tyler the Creator and Playboi Carti. I don't think it's actual beef. I just think Tyler is peeved, for lack of a better word. He's just like, man, screw this. Like, I need to get a bar off on this guy. And that is what it is. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm see y'all in the next one.